happening, scrappers, tool addicts? What is happening, scrappers, tool addicts, tool collectors? Welcome to CC Scraps Restoration Channel. So this is the same shot as the last intro because I dropped the camera, but I thought it was cool. So here we are. So if you're familiar with my channel, you know we are in our basement. The vintage tool museum is what I call it. This is where I keep all my vintage tools, all my basket cases, all the things that, you know, I've collected, tools, welders, like all my welders are down here anyway. Long story short, we're just taking, like I said, small bites as usual, and we're just trying to get it all organized and everything. And the noise in the background is a dryer. We're doing a little bit of laundry, but so just sit tight. We're gonna kind of like basically what I'm gonna try to do tonight is take all my Craftsman tools out of here, set this up on a table or some kind of bench somewhere if I can, and that's where I'm gonna fill that one up, and then because that one will be empty, and we'll fill that one up, or we'll just keep filling them both up. That's probably what's gonna happen. Well, like I said, this is a bunch of different things down here that I've collected and acquired and over the years. So for those of you who are new, I just want to give you a quick pan. There's some of my saws. Some of these are actually from the city that I live in. Porter Cable actually started here in Syracuse, New York in 1906. I have some Porter Cable in my collection. Sorry about our doggies. We have 3 Pit Bull Labrador mixes, and they are, 2 of them are a little over a year and 1 is 5. We adopted the 5-year-old. She's a sweetheart, but they're all like little tornadoes. They stay little Tyrannosaurus Rexes if you have pit bulls. They're little Tyrannosaurus Rexes up into about 6 or 7. And they're all spayed, they all have their shots, and it didn't do shit. They're still crazy. But anyway, we're gonna get this cleaned up and we'll show you the outcome here in a little bit. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh, I found some more hammers. That's a shocker. Hammers. And that's not even the least of it. If you're familiar with my channel, you will know that that's not the least of it. So here's where we're at. I moved some of my scroll saws. Sorry about the light over here. But a couple of my scroll saws that need work. This is a Craftsman. This is a router table that I restored, and this is how it's supposed to look. And I'm going to get some badging for it here. But this was given to me by my friend Steve. Always a pleasure, man, and thank you so much for all the stuff you've given me. But that's what it used to look like, and that's what I want to just paint it, make it look cool. Maybe what I'll do, maybe I'll strip the paint off the top, just the top part. I don't know, and kind of make it look the same. We'll see how it goes. Here's my Craftsman box that I was talking about. That was here. As you can see, it's picked up a little bit more, right? Or not. I finally found the piece of pallet that's supposed to go on that home utility, that Black & Decker right there. Sorry. But yeah, it's perfect. So that's kind of where we're at. And I'm going to start moving the Craftsman tools into that. Eventually I'll probably restore this toolbox, but for right now I want to get stuff in here and keep that one for other stuff, to maybe carry it around to pick up stuff, you know, like have a Craftsman box to have a Craftsman box. I don't know, I guess. Okay, everybody, we're back. This is where we're at. Like I said, we had that shelf moved. This bad boy is empty. Check out this old paperwork. Ooh, that was creepy. I almost sat on that bolt when I squatted down. Just hit the back of my leg, but a few inches higher. That could have ruined the whole night. Let me look again. Check out these old school like pamphlets, right? Isn't that cool? Some of these speed wrenches, maybe Craftsman. I gotta get them on the wire wheel, and I don't have a lot of light down here, but all this is empty now. A little bit of just nothing. But yeah, we're just all empty. I like that felt, but when we restore this box, that's going to have to go. It's pretty shot. How about that badging, right? How cool is that? Here, it's missing the part, you know, that pulls up. I think there's something that pulls up and over, maybe. Then it would lock here, if I'm not, lock here if I'm not mistaken. But here's where we're at with this box. Nothing up top. I probably, now that I think about it, I probably should have dropped the shelf down a little, but then I wouldn't have any room for my scroll saws. I could maybe drop it down a little bit. Maybe that's on a later date, but I just kind of threw everything in here. You know what I mean? I'm going to restore this box, so it's not in any order and make it look pretty, but some of these Craftsmans are a little mangy, and I can smell something. It's not this one, though. It might be one of these ones in here, but I mean, it's not awful, but it could be a potential hazard. We all know about the mangy screwdrivers, right? There's one of my Craftsman speed wrenches in the bottom here. Then we'll go to the top, and this is a boatload of Craftsman wrenches. I have more in my shop and laying around in any of these random totes or boxes somewhere. There we are with the wrenches. This is dedicated just to Craftsman. Some sockets and some extensions. Some two-way ratcheting wrenches, some pliers. I think that's what those are called, right? Ratcheting box wrenches. Where are we at here? Just some old school tape measure. Isn't that cool? That's a Sears, right? Can you see Sears? Sears. That's a Sears too. You know, it's hard to see with the light, but that says Sears Craftsman. Home storage. 65419 is the SKU. Some old ratchets. Most of these were my granddaddy's. And I think that's it. That's the Craftsman Toolbox Tour, and that's the Vintage Museum. Let's pan it. What do you think? Over here. Don't know what we're going to do with this yet. We talked about the lathe table and the lathe. My old grinders, my old Tombstone, my old Cortland that drives on a belt. That's pretty damn cool. Thank you, Mike Sherry. Let's see. Vices, toolboxes, random stuff. All my case stuff that's in cases. Another hammer. That was from George. You want to watch? That's a cobbler's hammer. Some of my cobbler stuff here. Restored those on a later video, but this one is starting to get rusty again, so we're going to have to address that. Maybe old CC's Craftsman Restoration didn't do such a good job. Air regulators, some big ass sockets, little welding cart, plasma cutter, stick welder, flux welder, and my little ESOB. Yeah, that's another story, but it works like it works. When it works, it works. Another case. I don't even know what the hell's in there. Toolbox I restored. My home utility drill I restored. I kind of left it rustic. Saws, crap. Craftsman router, which will fit those router tables that are just kind of laying around. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna hit it, go to sleep, get up early, go to work. Central Champion Blower Forge, sorry. Old school drill press. I love this thing. This thing weighs about 80 pounds, but this thing is so cool. Right? That's when it was on, man. You know, you had the belts rolling, and you had one big pulley that was running, one big belt pulley going across the ceiling, or multiple ones that were running machines. It's crazy the way they did it. Quite dangerous, but we got it done, right? Here we are today. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night, and we'll see you soon. CC Scratch Restoration. Thanks for hanging out and watching. And then after that, we added... this is a little behind the scenes. We added the other Craftsman vise. This was my granddad's. And I grabbed the Wilton because it looks like a Craftsman, and I was like, screw it, I'm not picking it back up. It weighs a ton. My Bullet 350's right there. Let's see here. And I think that's it. And we're going to stick this one after. Have a great weekend, CC Scraps Restorations. Y'all see me in the mirror? There we go. Wait a second. Here, let me block the light. Thanks for watching, everybody. I found that mirror on the street too. And that's how it looked. And I kind of liked whoever drew that. Kind of want to leave it there.